So I want to sit like this. Do we need to change pants? This is my, oh, you cannot see my pants, right? It's just like this part up. See, can you see my pants? Can you sit here? I want to see. What will it look like? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a bit far away? You want it closer?
Yeah, closer.
Should be closer, right? Okay. Move the chair.
Ding, yeah, there you go. Oh, poor cow. Move.
Okay.
Alright.
I think it's
Go.
closer, right?
Còn hơi yeah. I think it's
I
good.
think it's good.
Good. You think it's good?
Yeah. What do you think is good?
I don't like this one.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting, right?
Yep.
Are you ready for destruction?
No.
No, you're not ready for destruction.
What do you mean destruction?
Like we take that thing apart. No, it. True. I hope you power. My action you. Thank you. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on my channel. So today I have my lovely sister Quinn with me. I know that's your Vietnamese name.
Yes.
Do you go by Quinn in English or?
Okay, so here's the things. So when I introduce myself as Quinn,
Yeah, how do you do that?
And my people would just say like, oh, so your name's like Queen, like the Queen. So like, but
That's nice.
yeah, so
Yeah, you just go with it.
yeah, so I will go with it because I think it's a similarity like with my personality.
So you
too.
go by Quinn, like Quinn,
Yeah,
and like the Quinn, like this is what we have this here, like Quinn.
Yes.
The crown. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
shop the crown for you. Yeah. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I haven't been around my sister for a really long time. So I went away. Right when I went away when I was a teenager, like I ran away, kind of like running away from home, and so we have a lot of catch up to do.
Yeah.
And it has been an amazing time spending time with my sister. She's so lovely, she's so pretty, and she has such a fun personality. And so I just want to introduce, like, show off my sister with you guys. And so yeah, with the catch up today, we're just gonna chat about, like, I don't know, your experience of living in America. Yeah, so maybe my experience would be a little bit different with yours. Like we can exchange stories.
Yes.
I went away super early, so for me, you know, because I went to Australia before, so America wasn't such a big shock for me. You know, I kind of just,
Oh, so because you was in Australia
Yeah.
before, so it's just like different culture.
it's
so like,
it's a slightly different culture. It's not like going from Vietnam to America, right, to the US. For me, going from Vietnam to Australia was stressful. I think I complained about it a lot. Yeah,
Yes.
it was stressful because it was such a big difference. Like the school system was different, the people was different, the food was different. Really these moms like cooking when it was there.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe just tell my friends here a little bit about, you know, how long have you been away? So when did you leave Vietnam?
Okay,
Like, for
so
what?
I think I left Vietnam when it's 2015.
2015.
Like 6 years.
Wow, so that's been a long time. I thought, wow,
Yeah, so when I was like, oh, 6 years.
that's
Yeah.
so fast.
I mean, yeah, it's super fast.
Because in my, like, I don't know, I feel like when I talk to you, it seems like that
It's like
decision,
years,
that
right?
decision was yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it felt so, maybe because, you know, a lot of shit happened in between and we don't catch up as often.
And it's like really quick things.
Yeah. So it feels like, oh my gosh, you just, you know, my sister just got here, and then I realized,
And boom,
and then when
things happen.
and when like you start driving and things like that, I'm like, oh, she just got here. How's she driving already? And you're like, no, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got here 6 years ago.
6 years, yeah.
And how has it been for you?
Okay, I think I remember like the first time I came to America. It's just something I really don't want to say is like offend to anybody, but it's really
Well,
hard.
it's just your
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, so because I'm from like, I mean it's one of the biggest cities in my country. It's Ho Chi Minh City.
Saigonese
so-
girl.
Yeah, so I'm really the bustling. I like the bustling vibe of Saigon, and I like see the
Oh, I miss it too.
cities like with the the lights all on
Being
and
able to have food past 10 p.m. like
so that's
on the
it.
street,
On the street.
things were still open.
You go to the bar and you go to like the restaurant. I mean like it's all fun because at night.
Right.
But when I land to American Texas and which is
Which
like,
city was it? Which city was it?
it's Dallas. It's
Dallas?
DFW.
Oh, you went to
airport.
Dallas first, right?
Yeah, so like we moved so I met my advisor back then in an airport and she drove me to my school, which is like 1 hour away from the city. And it's like 11 p.m.
So 1 hour on the highway. That was your first few hours in the U.S. was
Yeah,
on the highway.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's not something like very like shiny, clean, like very like something
Okay. It was
surprised me.
surprised
Like
you.
yeah. So it's like it's funny when I asked my advisor, I was like because she drove me to the highway, so I'm not familiar with the highway too. Like in Vietnam, there's not a lot of highway, by the way.
There
Like-
is no highway.
Walking highway. So I was like, she drove me in like the car, and while I tried to walk around, and I was like, I just have questions that maybe offend her a little bit, but like I was like, where's all the house? And it's so dark.
Did you have questions? Just like, where are you driving me?
Yeah. Like I'm not concerned. I was so scared because like, oh, where are you driving me? Like I'm gonna.
Were you
kidnap
sure that she was your advisor?
She gave me her picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and we texting a little bit before that. So
Okay,
yeah.
so you know the vibe, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Okay. It was interesting.
Yeah, that's just very funny because I've been in like it's just a dramatic difference. Like big cities with like some sort of like country
Country
vibe,
vibe,
no house,
More
just
suburban?
trees. Yeah, more suburban. And when driving here, it's very dark, super dark, and people like very. I mean, like for that kind of like the landscape things going on, I'm kind of disappointed. But when I came to the school and I met my friends, and I think that's for me that's one of the best one I have been.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it's just like changed my mind a little bit when I'm hanging out with my friends, and I met another one my academic advisor, and she's German. She has exactly like this hair. I think I got that hair from her.
So you got inspiration from her.
Yeah, so she was like
Okay.
very liberated. She like
Okay.
60 years old. She's
Wow.
from German, and she's still learning new language, and she talked to me.
She's still learning new language.
Yeah, she. I remember when the last time I talked to her, she said like she took a class in Iran to learn the language, about the Muslims. So I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. Like this lady, she's really inspiring, and she's really welcoming as a teacher, as well as an advisor. She knows where I'm from because like I think we share kind of like same cultural background. She's been home.
She's from German. Like how did you?
I mean, like somebody like you live in a foreign country, like you know nobody. It's just you have to make friends with everybody. So that's the kind of situation that she's been through.
Kind of the same story.
Yeah, the same story. She knows that, and she asked me like a lot like in-depth questions. Yeah, I think I'm super lucky for meeting her, and yeah, so I feel home when I talk to her.
Okay, so she helped me through that.
Yeah, she helped me with all of that.
How long did it last for you, the homesickness period, when you start feeling like, I want to go back, I don't want to be here anymore? Like, did it happen to you, and how long did it last, if it did?
Okay, so I think I didn't realize that I miss home.
Okay.
Until I because like have like numbing things going on back then. So I don't realize that until my friends. She's Nguyen, by the way, and she's my best friend. Yeah.
Okay.
So she has a type of relative. Oh no, her mom's friends living here in Dallas, and just one time she took me to her mom's friend's house in Dallas. And it's just when I come back to like this house and this Vietnamese house, right? Like they have the setting, like so similar. You have like the god, like the
What do you have?
the
God of Fortune.
Yeah, the god of fortune.
Yeah. Okay. I have
And
no idea.
what is it called? Like her sort of like Vietnamese decoration house.
There's a word for it. It's called. Cái gì? Cái shrine á? Shrine. What?
That's a called Asian shrine. I don't know. It's Chinese that too.
Yeah. So you have the vibe. Right?
Yeah, so I got the vibe. I walked into the room, and I remember the food that she offered me is bún bò.
Oh, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite. That's
My favorite too. That's my childhood food. I eat it every day. As my best.
Nhà cô Tùng đúng không?
Yeah.
Bún bò là Tùng. Oh my god, I'm sorry, cô Tùng, if you're watching.
She's dressed by the way.
Uh-oh.
So yeah. So like yeah. And when the moment I saw that, and I saw people speak Vietnamese because I went to the school that there's nobody speaking Vietnamese except Nguyen. So we went there and most of it, rung rung.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really a precious moment. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Okay, so that's when you realize that you've been missing home. Oh, poor kid. Okay.
Yeah, it's all about the food, you know, like every corner of food. It's just a lot of emotional attachment when I see the food. I'm hungry. I start to cry. Yeah, so we both like have a little like teardrops, and we hear the Vietnamese. And my friend's just shocked. I look at Wing and she's just totally shocked. She was like,
What do you mean she's shocked? It's her family.
yeah, but like it just brings up a lot of memories for her too.
Okay.
So she also
Is she away from home the same
She's been
time?
away from home, like Jill. She's been more away from home than me. Yeah, she was in London, like the UK. before.
Okay.
So after she moved to like the Vietnam and Vietnam to like
maybe
back to US.
she feels the same. Yeah.
Yeah, she feel the same. She feel like away from home for such a long time. And right now she speaks Vietnamese again. She was, oh my god, I'm so shocked. I'm shocked right now. I'm shaking or something. She have very weird reaction towards the I don't know. I think she afraid that like Vietnamese culture too. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, maybe you should cut this one because I don't want to watch the French right now.
It's too late. Okay, so
Yeah, so for me it's really like touching moment for me because I haven't been like talking Vietnamese, haven't eaten Vietnamese food when I first come to the US, and yeah, it's just a different moment. It's just I feel home.
you feel
Yeah, so that I'm really thankful for what like the families in Dallas offer for us.
Oh, now
so,
I get it.
mhm.
Okay. It's very different for me, okay? The first time that I went away from home, I went to Australia. Australia.
Oh, okay.
And I went straight into a Vietnamese family, which is our relatives, right? And so the first day, I landed, right? So I went from home, I went to airport to another airport, like landed in Sydney, and whole family was there. They were very sweet to me, like first few days, very welcoming, took me home, and I opened the door, I'm like, oh, that's another bag. Like, same setting. And then
So you have that.
I had the opposite
first-
reaction with you. So when I first landed, and I ran into.
I think you expect something different.
I expected different.
Yeah.
You know the reason why I went away, right?
Yes.
I expected different, and then I think I landed in the afternoon.
Where did you land it? Like, is it like
Sydney
City?
Sydney Airport. Yeah, I landed. So bustling city. Sydney is like the central of
Like
Australia. Yeah. It's where everybody is, like all the activities going on. So very crowded. I think we went to traffic jam. And I think I landed in the afternoon, and people took me to eat phở xe lửa.
What is phở and xe lửa, by the way?
They call it phở xe lửa.
Oh my god, it's such a fun concept because you can put it.
I can put like a Google image to demonstrate it later.
Okay.
So essentially, it's một tô phở dồn một tô. Một tô phở.
Oh my god, really? So that's called phở xe lửa?
Yeah. Because it's big. It's big.
Oh,
Cái gì mà biết compare với xe lửa, bởi vì in Sydney we have a train system. We go. That's our public transportation.
Okay.
Yeah. So cái gì mà bự thì sẽ so sánh lại xe
Compared to
lửa.
that. Okay, yeah. That's no offense. Yeah, but it's just something I learned.
It's something that's surprising for us. Yeah. It's like when we learn new things, we tend to giggle. It's that just. I wanted to giggle because I had to process it. The giggling helped with the processing.
That's
Okay.
a little weird,
So yeah, I'm just like sharing a little bit of like, the differences.
Oh, so you
in
got
Vietnamese.
again the Vietnamese
Which I'm grateful for, by the way.
experience.
I thought that I was away from pho forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Forever. I thought I was away from it forever, but yeah.
Okay.
So I was able to have that with me the whole time. So I can eat Vũng Pho whenever I want. Sydney has like a very... Actually, I live right next to like a bustling Vietnam
Oh.
town.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Bankstown.
How
There were a lot
far
of
away
Vietnamese.
from your place to the city?
Not very far away. If you take a train, it's like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So
15 to
okay.
20 minutes.
It's really convenient for you guys to like.
Yeah. Because I could just like buy a ticket and hop on the train and we'll go.
For my experience, like when I was in my previous college, it's my first college, I transferred to Honor Coast right away, but like my first college, way first from here, when I asked my friends or my advisor how I can get to
The city.
go to the city, which is like 1 hour away, and
Cool.
yeah, and I asked everybody.
Nobody knows how to get to.
Nobody knows. And I'll do a research because I'm such like I know
You want to
I
get
want
to the city.
I want to get to the city, okay? I do Google research.
Oh my god, cool girl.
And the transportation, it just shut down this year when I just land to that. Yeah, the bus.
What happened? Why?
I don't know what happens, like a company, like because it's very small
Like
city,
bankrupt?
small town, so nobody uses it, so that's why they bankrupt or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, and there's no Uber.
There is no. There is Uber in our country, right?
Yes.
You know that, right?
And in America too. But specifically to the hometown that I live,
Okay.
there's no Uber. So in order to get into the city,
You remind me of.
I
You have to scheme your way.
I have to
Okay.
like bribe my friends. I have to like ask like somebody like if I have like
I see.
so it's really not it's restricting place for me like as people want to go out and have fun and stuff like that. So
That's so interesting.
yeah, so it's not convenient. So that's why I try my best to have a car or to have a license. I can go and move.
So you have more
Yeah,
freedom.
more freedom. Yeah, it's really restricting areas for me. But I love the environment, but it's not something that I can grow. Yeah. So that's why another things that I want to transfer to another school. Yeah. Which
That
is
makes sense. That makes sense. So what do you think is? I guess this is like my next part of the video. Is that what is your biggest growth area? Because that's why we're going to study abroad, right? Which
Yes.
is we're looking for that personal growth. Some people want to settle in America, like some people want to settle in the U.S. Some people want to have a job here, and some people just want to change themselves.
Yes.
So I want to like maybe take a moment like and look into the past and see, what kind of growth that you're most proud, like you're proudest about for yourself, so far. What is the benefit of this whole? Like you've been through a lot,
Yes.
right? Emotionally, physically, mentally, and so what is your proudest?
I think I have a lot of proudest moments.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Which I just don't have a But yeah, okay. I think for me, I would say I always make the right decision. I never regret to like any kind of decisions I make for my career wise. Like
Awesome.
and
I kind of begin to tell you how many shit I've. But that is a different conversation.
different conversation. Yeah, so I remember when I first come to the college, which is not here. I come to college in Vietnam, so I went to a kind of orientations of my college was called like ISD orientation. It's like merging international with like international experience. So they have 2 years in Vietnam and 2 years in America or whatever countries. So I go there, and then there's the moment that the speaker tell everybody to have like do writings. 3 goals that we want to do after
3
college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so we.
What did you write?
I think I remember 2 of them. I remember 3, but I wrote that I want to figure out my career goals, like what my dream job when after
you want
college.
to know.
I want to know my dream job, and secondly, I want to travel the world. Yeah, so that's like the moment I write it down, and he told us like the moment you guys write it down,
Okay.
and I think that's somehow the way is how the brain works. By the way, so you want something that you're passionate about, you write it down, and it makes you remember. This for me, I remember it's like 5 years
You
ago.
wrote- okay.
5 years
You wrote it
ago,
down.
I wrote it down, and so that
I think that's a way for you to internalize it.
yeah, yeah. So I work myself on to work that goal and still working that recently. Like still like continue doing that. And when I'm doing reflection,
As a member of our family, we're all very proud of you.
but yeah. So the decision I made.
So one of one is that you want to figure out.
Yeah, I want to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that another thing is I want to like see the world. What is it like? How is like just want to know more the knowledge, the people. So yeah, so I'm going to work it. So the decision I made to go to the US, so it's based on that kind of the goals too. I work toward that goals. Until now, like when I make a transfer to another school, so I reflect by I used to do that too. I like to travel. I try to like step out of my comfort zone all the time, meet new people, and keep doing the things that I like, which is pursuing my dream job. So that's something that really like back then I did that, but I don't realize it. Just
You don't
something,
realize.
I'm not realizing that what I'm doing right now is the right thing. I just go for my intuition. So
Well, that's the best, the
yeah,
best approach for this kind of problem. You just go with what your guts tell you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do the right thing.
So yeah, I think that moment. I think I would say that the proudest moment because that's make me have to think forward what I want to do and what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest growth for you.
Yeah, it's a big goal for me.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so earlier there was a stop. Okay, now I'm shorter than you. That's not fair. Okay, now I'm tall.
Be cute. Okay. That's scary.
Okay, so we're going back. Okay, you were
Yeah.
saying something. You were
Okay.
saying something.
Yeah, so like then what I realized I don't like and burnout in the process, but I'm not enjoying it, so that's why I'm stopped. I'm like, okay, I should stop and just focus on doing things that I like, which also bring me rewards. Not something that I like, that I don't like, but just
Kill you.
kill
Yeah.
me. Although no matter how it's bringing rewards for me, I was like not worth it anymore.
So you would say like you work for your passion, but not necessarily like for money, because money burns out real quick.
Yeah, so not for a lot of money. I mean, like when you work, you need to have some money to live, right?
Yeah. It has to be sustainable.
Yeah, it has to be sustainable.
You
Yeah,
cannot
exactly.
survive when you're fat. Because
But yeah, so the next direction I want to go for my career is like I want to go for something that's really passionately driven. I don't know how to say it. Very like
passionate driven.
yeah, something like I really like it, but it's also bring for me the rewards. Like this kind of sustainable fashion, not
Okay.
passion. It's not like something that I burn out towards that and feel gross about it. No matter how.
Oh, that sounds strong.
Yeah,
It's a strong
yeah,
feeling.
yeah. This is very like
Negative.
very negative experience for me. So it was something that I enjoy, but
Oh, good question. Like when you're talking about that, like what do you think of work-life balance?
work-life balance. What do you?
There's a movement going on like in corporate where people are like, oh, you gotta have work-life balance now.
Okay.
What do you think? What does it mean for you? What is work-life? Sorry, distraction. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Okay, work-life balance. I would say, for me, just for me. Okay, I'm not like talking to anybody. So, if I have a work that makes me feel my life balance, like I feel fulfilled. Okay, I know how to say it, but for me, the work-life balance is like you separate your work and your life, right? And it makes somehow it's like you try to not work to survive, but work to live. Something like that, right? Is that right?
So like work is the part of life. It's like a part of why life is meaningful.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like I would say I don't have to like I don't want to go to like you go to a job that you have to put yourself out there, have to do a lot of things, or to try your like the best thing or try so hard. And after that, you balance yourself with like go party, relaxing, go vacation. I don't don't go to the extreme like that. I will go for a job that when I wake up every day, I feel like I'm not working. Yeah, so that's why I work like balance for me. I don't know. It's just like
I see.
yeah, I
So
feel
it's
like
a matter of being really picky about your work. Like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you spend your time.
yeah. So I don't have to separate. I have to. Oh my god, I have to work so hard. After that, I'm gonna balance myself with like going parties stuff like that. Yeah, I don't like that lifestyle at all. I would say like
Oh, I used to be like that.
yeah, I know a lot of people like
my name. For the ghost of Kathy.
yeah, so that's why like
Some people.
no offense by the way.
I could kick you off this couch like right now. Okay, some people like what? Okay, so
Yeah. So there's a moment like for me, I really like okay, I wake up every morning, I was like, oh my god, I want to work, I want to do something else. It's just so fun and like when I get off work, I don't feel like exhausted. I don't want to have something to balance out, you know what I mean? Yeah, balance out.
to cancel out.
To cancel
how nasty you're feeling. Okay.
Yeah, so that's like kind of like the
Just
job.
your take on work-life balance.
Yeah.
That's interesting. For me, well, as everybody here knows, I am a survivor of a very gigantic and historical burnout of 2020. Everybody went through that a little bit, partly because of the pandemic going on, and partly, because like right before the pandemic, we had this thing called the hustle culture. I don't know if you heard of that. Hustle.
It's like
culture.
hustling.
Yeah. Hustle.
Why are we doing that? Okay.
So we had that, and everybody just trying to like on Twitter, and we're like, oh, I work 80 hours per week, and there's another person be like, I work 160 hours per week, and there's another person that be like,
okay.
I work 1,000 hours per week. There was a competition like of people that just try to outperform that they are the best worker, the most hardworking person. And it was really toxic when it was going on for a while. It was really toxic, and I was a big I was a big advocate of that culture. I was a big fan of work as hard as I could when in my 20s. Yeah, I would go to sleep under my desk at my office. Yes, that's how bad it was. And the next morning I wake up, it's like, and the laptop is on. Yeah, that's how it was.
And do you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it because it was a coping mechanism for me. Because I had so much shit to deal with inside.
Okay.
And the only way to avoid, the shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
we can unpack that in the next video, like whatever, like we have a lot of time. So that was a coping mechanism for me. Like I had to work that hard in order to not think about those things.
Oh my gosh.
So I wasn't working because that was part of my life, but I was working more because I needed that to survive, but not in an economic sense, in a psychological sense. If I have a moment to myself and a moment where, I remember like I was traveling a lot during those years. I was working as a co-founder and I was fundraising. Yeah, I was traveling a lot, and those moments when you go to the airport, right? You fly and you're on your airplane and they told you to put your device away.
Oh my god.
They told me to put my phone away, and I was like trying to email an investor.
Oh my god, that's so bad. Yeah.
And the air hostess, she came and she was like, "Ma'am, could you please put your phone away?"
It's like,
excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Can you put your phone away?
Oh my god, you're work ethic. Oh my god.
Yeah, the thing is, okay, and then so I listened to her. Okay, I listened to you, Miss Mary, like, Morfish or whatever. Like, I listened to you. Okay, I listened to her, and I put my phone away. And the next thing I know, the plane was taking off, and I was left to deal with myself. I had nothing between me and myself. Like, I don't know how to deal with myself when I don't have a phone. When I didn't have phone, when I didn't have work. Yeah, I was like, oh no, I got to face myself. Oh, that's not a nice feeling at all. So yeah, I was working as a way to distract me from myself. And I'm not saying that a lot of people in hustle culture do that. I'm not saying that at all. But I feel like we're just like for me, I was doing it for the wrong reason.
Okay.
And so right now, work life for me, work and life is separated.
Okay.
Super separated. Yeah, I will work, you know, it's part of me. It's like I play piano because it's part of me, but that has to be very, very separated in a very measured way. In a very measured. Let's say like I would work for 8 hours and I would stop. I don't care who I was talking on Zoom. Like, yeah, I had to be like very strict about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh, 5 more minutes, and then just going on and on. That's what you have to do, right? If you are addicted to something, you have to be strict about it. Otherwise, you just keep going on the bad habits. So that's outside for me. Okay, so you want to. Let's come back to the main question. I'm sorry, that's like a huge distraction.
Like, what's the main question, by the way?
It's okay. Like we're just trying.
Yeah,
So we're just like going from one thing to another, and it's kind of like normal. Okay, so yeah, the main question was like I was asking you where you were going, and
I didn't really say it like already.
I think
Yeah.
I think I kind of get that. So you want to have like a very balance and holistic life.
Yeah, I want to more enjoy what I'm working and get the rewards from what I'm working for. So that doesn't make
Get
sense.
paid the same amount.
Yeah, they get paid the same amount. Yeah. So that's just
Do the right.
yeah. I don't need a lot of money though. I just like do what I love
You don't
and
need
get
a lot
some
of
of that.
money.
Yeah.
Need me.
Which I don't have.
So let's conclude this. Maybe we can come back later. You know, for another like talkie. Like, this is. I think there's a lot of topics that we can explore later on, but maybe we can stop this video for now. Is there any last words that you want to say? Nothing at all.
Just like thank you for you guys that have been supporting my sister. Really appreciate it. I would say that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for tuning into this video, and I hope I'll see you